Hey guys, it's Milan here, and in this video I just want to share with you how I onboarded 11 new listings, 11 new properties into my Airbnb management company. If you stay until the end of this video, I will give you the exact formula that I've been developing and polishing for over a decade to grow and scale my Airbnb management company, absolutely for free. And before jumping into the actual framework of how I did it, I just wanted to give you a little bit of context. I made over $10 million. This is my analytics on Guesty. I currently manage more than 150 listings. This is my Guesty main account dashboard, aka the multi-calendar. So without further ado, let's jump into. So to give you a little bit of context, I've been doing Airbnb for almost 10 years. In the beginning, I focused purely on operations. I focused purely on doing the things good, getting high review score, just giving a good service, And it helped me grow until like 30, 20, 30, 40 listings. I don't really remember how much. But then I got stuck. I was depending on referrals, word of mouth to grow. And then things changed when I discovered a mentorship of this guy who is the right hand of Ty Lopez. His name is Alex Meir. I remember he was doing a mentorship about paid ads. So I took that mentorship and he taught me how to run ads at a high level. He runs his own ads for companies like Deal.ai, Susk. He actually sold Susk for over $300 million. That was one of the best mentorships that I ever taken in my life. So basically my Airbnb business found a turning point and literally start scaling and growing way faster when I learned and start implementing paid ads. So what I'm gonna tell you in this video is the exact framework and the formula I use to scale my Airbnb management company with paid ads. Just in case you need my personal help implementing this framework, there's a link below, but it's completely optional. I'm gonna give you the exact framework that I use in my company here in this video completely for free. So let's dive into the good part. This is the funnel. The funnel is running paid ads on Meta. For those unfamiliar with paid ads, Meta ads used to be called Facebook ads, but now it's called Meta, which is ads on Instagram and Facebook. You basically put a daily budget. It can be as little as $10 per day, but usually you get great results with $20 or $30 per day. Basically, you start running those ads and people are seated on their phones, on their toilet, scrolling to their phones, like watching cat videos, and they see an ad like, do you have an Airbnb on, let's say, Houston? Do you have a holiday home in Miami? Rent it while you're not using it. Or do you have an Airbnb in Los Angeles? Leave it on the hands of experts. You create an ad that targets your specific ideal customer, your dream client. People will see that ad and resonate with it. They will click on it, and those ads are gonna send traffic to your landing page. And your landing page is the equivalent of having a store with a very nice front entrance, a wide open door where people can enter and get a quote. They can have like a little bit of understanding of what you're offering them. So basically, the anatomy of the landing page is extremely important. The only goal of a landing page is to move people to the next step on the funnel. So all the CTAs, all the call to actions should be the same, Could be either learn more, see if you qualify, see if your property qualify, apply for management, but it should be consistent, It should be also the exact same call to action that it was on the ad, on Meta. So people do not get confused, because what you want to avoid in a funnel, it's friction. How do you create friction? Making people think or making decisions. So basically, you want to avoid having too many options, customize everything towards one avatar, which is your host, your ideal client. I'm going to give you the most important things that your landing page should have. By far, the most important thing is the hook. The hook is the message that you see as soon as you land on the website. It should be around 5 to 12 characters top. And it should be so easy to understand that even a 6-year-old first grader should immediately know what do you do after reading 10 seconds, A good test is both a 6-year-old kid and a 80-year-old grandma should understand what you do just reading your hook, So examples of good hooks on landing pages for Airbnb management companies are basically rent your property while you're not using it, leave your Airbnb in the hands of experts, boutique Airbnb management company in Houston, South Florida, whatever. It's basically something that is very targeted toward your ideal client and easy to understand. And also the goal of the hook is to capture enough attention and intrigue so people keep scrolling down. It's basically a funnel. You need to keep the ball rolling. Another very important thing on your landing page, it's stack benefit stack. Just all the people don't care about features, don't care about like you have like, I don't know, you have a 24, you have like whatever, 3 people working on your guest communication, you have 3 VAs, people don't give a fuck about that. The only thing that they care is just like money, just like maximize your revenue, win up to like 2 times compared to a year-long lease, win up to 3 times compared to a year-long lease. Time, maximize your free time, forget the hustle, and also they value that you take care about your property. So those are the 3 main value points of Airbnb management company. So when you stack the benefits, think about the end result, the end benefit, and don't put too much of the features. What else? That's basically the core, the most important things of a landing page. Simplicity, anatomy, good hook, benefit stack. You can overcome objections with frequently asked questions. Be consistent with the call to actions. So basically, people will click on the call to action, like apply for Airbnb management, whatever, and then you send them to a form in where they can fill out the form and give the information so you can contact them later. So then again, when you're starting out, you should put the less friction possible in your form. So what I like to do is put, of course, name of the host, email, phone number. Ideally, we like to put WhatsApp number, so it's easy to contact them via WhatsApp. Address of the property in question, and we also use city because I operate nationwide. But then you can use like, for example, like the suburb or the sub-neighborhood. It depends on your target market. So as soon as people fill out the form, that lead, the information that we collected, it gets sent to a WhatsApp CRM with AI. What's a CRM? It's a customer resource manager, I think. It's basically like a software that helps you manage and have a big volume of clients, of leads actually. Okay, and why WhatsApp? We have tried and tested that WhatsApp has an open rate of like 99% or something compared to email, which has like a 30% open rate and it's lower. So this is a B2C business. So people use their WhatsApp a lot. As soon as they fill out the form, they get a message in their WhatsApp it's basically a bot, AI bot, that's tell them like, hey, what's up? Thank you so much for applying with us. In order to keep moving and manage your property, we need to ask you a couple of questions to give you the best service possible. So basically these questions qualify the lead. So what you wanna do with the lead is jumping on them on a sales call. But you don't want to be all day jumping on sales calls with unqualified leads. So that's why you have to qualify them. The questions to qualify them, they're very easy, simple, mechanical. Just using AI to ask the leads this question will help you a lot. The questions that we use generally is like confirming the number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, confirming the actual address. Is the property ready to be operated on Airbnb, or it's like, it's something for now, it's something for later. Is it fully furnished or not? Do you have pictures of the property? After AI collects all that information, it moves into the next step of the CRM, which is a human stage, where one of our sales agents, they actually qualify if the property actually qualifies or not. So then it keeps moving on the funnel, and after that, it gets again sent to AI stage, where the AI is like, tells them either, hey, dude, I'm sorry, your property is not qualified, or yeah, your property rocks, let's move on. The next stage is scheduling a call. So the AI starts proposing different times to schedule that call, and it actually schedules the call. Then one of our sales agents, or even myself sometimes, every now and then I jump in a sales call, which I highly recommend you do if you run an Airbnb management business, because it's crucial for a CEO and a founder to stay in touch, connected with your prospects, have like the finger on the pulse in all areas of your business, so you never get disconnected or out of touch with any part of the business. Of course, you should mainly be focused on running the business by the numbers, but that's a topic for another talk. At this point, you jump into a sales call. Inside the sales call, what do you do? Basically, in the beginning, I recommend to some of the people that I coach to create a sales pitch, a sales deck presentation. You're gonna need to use it because you have to send a summary of the actual information. That presentation is very useful, but nowadays, myself and my team, we don't use presentations. We don't use a pitch deck to pitch the landlord, the homeowner. We use just like basically like high ticket sales script, which I also share inside my community. I also share inside my course. but I told you I'm gonna give you everything away for free, so I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna try to summarize it though a little bit so it doesn't get too long. But basically, long story short, you jumped into the call with them, you connect, you make some rapport, then you tell them what to expect. Basically, super chill call just to ask a couple of questions to know more about their property and see if you can actually help them. And if you can help them, you're gonna tell them the next steps. If not, you're gonna point them anyways with a good tip or recommendations. So basically, inside that call, you just want to understand like why do they book the call? What are they looking for? And people are looking for money, time, and just keep the property in really good conditions, in this business. So everybody likes those three things at the same time. It's a combination, but you need to discover in the discovery phase what's their main driver. Is it money? Is it more time? Is it a nightmare experience with somebody, a year-long lease that completely fuck their property up and destroy it and they're traumatized? This happens, So then when you pitch them, you pitch a little bit of everything that you do, but you just hammer their main pain point or the main desire point. Another thing that we do inside that sales call is show them a revenue forecast of what they can make. Everybody's gonna ask you that question. So what we do for that revenue forecast is use AirDNA, which is the #1 website in the world to do revenue forecast for Airbnb because it has all the Airbnb data. And after that, we temperature check them. Susan, amazing. I just wanted to ask you at this point, do you have any further questions? If they do, just answer. But I wanted to ask you like from scale from 1 to 10, being 10, like I just love Happy Host. I just love the name of your company. Like I just want to start tomorrow. I don't care how much it costs, whatever. And being 1, like I hate it. I just want to stop this conversation right now. Like just, you can put a little bit of humor there to deactivate the guard of the client. And they're usually gonna tell you like, well, they're gonna either, if it's a more like numbers guy or girl, you're gonna give you a number, but people nowadays are very bad at numbers. They're not math people. So you're gonna speak and then you have to re-ask them again, like, okay, but from 1 to 10, which number do you think? And they're gonna give you, if they say anything below an 8, I think they're not ready to move on. You need to ask them more questions. I like to tell them, okay, thank you for sharing. So what would make you move from 5, 6, 7, whatever, to an 8, 9, or a 10? Then they usually start telling their real fears or objections. So then you have the opportunity to overcome that objections. And it's basically just a miscommunication issue, As soon as you explain them, people move to an 8, 9, or a 10, and then the sale is done. You onboard a new Airbnb. And after that, you tell them, okay, amazing, these are the next steps. So after that, the next step is signing a contract. And as soon as the contract is signed, they move on to the onboarding phase, which is more mechanical, just a checklist of things that you have to do to onboard the property. And yeah, congrats. You just nailed, you added 1 listing to your Airbnb management company. It's as simple as that. Last month, we received more than 300 leads. We're getting a cost per lead of $4, extremely low. That's because we have nailed the whole funnel, the landing page, the ads, the copyright, the headline, the text, the sales script, everything. So if you want my personal help on implementing this funnel that I've been developing for almost a decade, and it's exploding my Airbnb management company, and I'm 100% confident that will make explode your Airbnb business as well. There's a link below. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you are still watching here, I ask you please, if you could put a like, a comment, it means the world for me. Subscribe as well. And that's it for today. See you in the next one. Peace.